Yeah, and I will say the fire is still raging. Sam Dubin behind the camera. I want to show you the flames that are making their way downhill here. We're at the Oak Ridge Mobile Estates community, a private community, and there are still residents here in the area that are evacuating. I have one family here. They're actually turning around. I asked where you're headed. They said they don't know, but away from here. So walk me through what this has been like for you all. Well, let me ask you guys in the back. What has this been like for you all? I know your mom's a little stressed up for you.
I mean, it's nerve-wracking. You got people out here losing their homes. You got family, you know, under constant little stress. You know, it's really scary. You got people out here. You wonder if the neighbors are out. They're getting out of their homes okay. So, you know, right now we're just trying to get up out of this area. We're just trying to get to someplace safe, and we're praying for everybody.
Was there any sort of alert or any type of emergency alert on your phones to leave home?
There's constant alerts that's coming through over the phone. We just hope that everybody's getting them, you know, especially the people who didn't go to bed early, the older people who don't know. We just hoping that everybody gets out safe.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, thank you. Appreciate you talking to us. Stay safe. So they're sort of trying to figure out exactly where to go from here because there hasn't been much time to prepare. So as we look here at these flames, I want to tell you a little bit about what's going on here. The Hearst fire started at about 50 acres around 10 o'clock last night, quickly growing to 500 acres in a few hours, and of course driven by those high winds that we've been feeling since yesterday and dry vegetation here in the area. Now, this broke out near the freeway, the 5 freeway, where it meets the 14 and the 210 freeways. Several areas under mandatory evacuations, which means leave now, and they include residents along Balboa Boulevard, Filbert Street, Brittle Ridge Road, and Nick Kloss Drive. We should also mention that a little farther north, the area near Whitney Canyon Park has also been ordered to evacuate. Evacuation warnings, which means you should be prepared to leave. They're in place for the Newhall Pass, Calgrove, and Wildwood areas, and that's basically a large portion, a large area north of the 210 freeway from Roxford Street. 3 evacuation centers have been set up: Richie Valens Rec Center on Laurel Canyon in Pacoima, Northridge Park, and the Sepulveda Recreation Center in Panama City. So we do see Panorama City, I should say. We do see fire crews here, LA County fire crews, but as we've been saying, there really is not much they can do as far as containing the fire. These winds are still whipping around. We talked about how strong they would be yesterday. Sustained gusts or sustained winds at 20 to 40 miles per hour, and those gusts up to 80 miles per hour. So we've definitely been feeling it here this morning. We don't see any homes damaged right now in this area. We know some of the other fires we've been talking about, several dozens of structures have burned. So we're keeping an eye on things here. But I did just talk to one person who was headed down, and I asked if he was a resident here in this community. He said he came from downtown to just look at what's going on here. So we're sort of seeing looky-loos who are coming into neighborhoods that really shouldn't be in here. Fire apparatus need to make their way through these streets. Some of them can be very tight. So still very gusty winds out here in Sylmar, and this fire still burning out of control here behind me, Bob.
So we just spoke with a fire official with LAFD, and I'm sure it's the same situation there, Mario, that these aircraft had to be grounded because of the heavy winds. And when you have crews there, they're just trying to either save homes, save lives. First of all, there was a line of cars there. Were a number of people alongside the road. These are not evacuees, but you say these might be more looky-loos and the like.
You know what? Let's make our way down here because there are a few media cars parked here, but that's what we've been seeing is people driving up. That family we just heard from turning around, they said they live here in this area for a few years, and they've never experienced a fire like this. So
while you say that, Mario, I just want to, the Oak Ridge Mobile Home Park, over the course of the years, as I seem to remember, there had been a fire here that burned several years ago. The Oak Ridge Mobile Home Park. I seem to remember that. So, but obviously this is a new situation here. Yeah, what are you seeing there? There's some residents there.
Yeah, you know what? I'm talking to you now. We're live on Good Day LA here, Fox 11. You say you don't live here in the area. You came to see if you can volunteer. You brought some supplies.
Yes, I brought not a lot, but I brought some, like drinks and 3 gallons of water. And
what made you do that? You were watching and saw the coverage, or you knew this was happening and thought, let me go out and help?
Well, I was figuring, I heard about the coverage that it's being, firefighter being stretched thin. So I had a little experience in the military fighting fires, but on board a ship. So I figure maybe help be an extra eye to keep, look for flare-ups and see if I can either, dig some trenches or something.
Yeah, that's much appreciated. I know a lot of these residents here could use the help, but you stay safe. Appreciate you talking to us. So yeah, this car here just pulled up and turned around. So there was it looked like a family in that vehicle, a family of 4 or 5 piled into that vehicle. So they likely drove up, but looked at the activity and said, no, this isn't going to work. We can't go through. There's too many fire trucks, too many flames that are close to these homes. So let me turn around. This is Sombrero Street here in the Oak Ridge mobile home community.